So we haven't been on here for a while.
No, life happens, and life did happen.
It certainly did. And it's not just busyness of life, it's the real life that we're engaged with.
Yeah, that's the kind that really stretches us and stretches people.
You know, the one where you've got adult kids,
Now you've got partners,
grandkids,
different opinions, different values.
and different expectations of what family should look like.
Yeah. So sometimes in the middle of that, there's us trying to navigate each other too.
Yeah, because we do life very differently.
Yeah, very differently.
I feel most of my life very out loud, and I express that,
Yeah, and I tend to go inward and process things quietly.
which sometimes makes me think that you don't care.
Yep, I understand that. And sometimes your intensity makes me feel like I can't get it right.
And this is where the stuff people don't really talk about when it comes to long term relationships, and that is that,
Everybody talks about love.
but not the emotional management of two completely different humans trying to survive the same storms.
And we're also trying to support the people that they love.
Yeah, because when your kids are hurting or struggling or making choices that you personally don't necessarily understand,
Yeah, it impacts literally everything.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like our sleep patterns.
And my nervous system, your nervous system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships outside of us and them.
Yeah, and your capacity to do things.
Yeah. And honestly, what we've been encountering is that some of these seasons are just hard.
But underneath all of that,
We still love this.
yeah, we love family. We love the family.
And the chaos
Yeah,
and the grandkids.
and the grandkids jumping all over us, climbing all over us, and being great grandkids.
Yeah, they are. They're good kids.
Yeah.
Loud conversations that are all around our shared histories.
Yeah, the history that we have.
Yeah. The fact that we built something that became this whole mess, this beautiful ecosystem of humans.
And I think we're learning. I hope we're learning.
There are times I think we're both very, very slow learners. We've learned that the long term love isn't about avoiding the hard seasons because, let's face it, you can't avoid them.
It's about deciding whether you keep showing up for them.
Yeah. And through them,
Yeah.
showing up for yourself,
Yeah, and for each other.
for the people that we love.
Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard.
Yeah. And I think what people seem to lack a little bit of insight around is that it's not actually one big thing that causes big conflict and shutdown. It's kind of like death by 1,000 little emotional moments.
Wow. Yeah, it's the constant low level pressure that just keeps building.
You know, it's a text message that you receive that suddenly shifts your whole mood in a moment.
Or the conversation you know is coming that you don't want to have, or I don't want to have,
We'd never have them, would we?
occasionally.
Maybe. It's the worry that we carry about our kids, even when they're adults.
Wanting to help, but also knowing you can't fix their lives for them.
And then there's the internal stuff that brings up on the inside for each of us because suddenly you're not just reacting to what's happening now,
Right.
you're reacting from your own history too.
Yeah, your fears of stuff.
Yeah, and our wounds.
Yeah. But you need to feel respected, I guess.
Yeah, and you need to feel that emotional safety in those moments so that you can hold each other and be there for one another. And sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes we're standing in the same room, but having completely different emotional experiences. Very often that's the case.
Because we're doing it through our own individual filters. Like, I can feel that I need to be reassured and feel that connection immediately to Beige Boy.
Yep. And I can need to be quiet and have space before I know what I even think.
And honestly, that can feel incredibly lonely for me at times.
Yeah, and for both of us. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can make up a story that actually gives me the meaning behind your
Right.
quietness and your silence. I can maybe take that on board as that you're disinterested or you're disconnected.
Right. But I can feel overwhelmed by the emotional intensity and worry that anything I say might make it worse. So I want to make it right.
Yeah, yeah. So when we're both trying to protect ourselves from different perspectives,
One person will move closer.
yeah, and one of us might even just pull back and go quiet.
Yep. And that happens a lot. And around you go if you're not careful. That's what you just go round and round.
Yeah, and those patterns kind of show up, don't they? And they show up at times when, yeah, they really shouldn't, but they do. And here's the thing, in this stage of life, there's so much history between us that to keep pretending that this stuff doesn't matter, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, you either learn how to understand each other more deeply, which is a good move.
Yeah, or you slowly drift into living parallel lives under the same roof. And that, we can do that on the daily. We can just kind of be friends under the same roof, moving the same direction.
And it's just the routine. You get into a routine, and I think a lot of couples do that.
Yeah, I think they do. Well, certainly some of the couples that we have the privilege of connecting with, they say the same sort of stuff is happening for them too. And it's not because we don't love each other, it's because we've stopped knowing how to reach one another, or we're exhausted, or when there's a lot of stress.
Yeah, especially under stress.
Yeah. So when family dynamics become complicated, and let's face it, whose doesn't?
And when life doesn't look like you thought it would by now we thought it would be in a different phase of life, but those things are still there.
Yeah, and maybe this season isn't actually about asking something deeper of us. Not perfection, it's not agreement on everything, but emotional maturity, stability, safety from a place of self-awareness, the willingness to stay open, even when we are hurting really badly for whatever those reasons are.
I think also, for me, the willingness to remember, to realise all that history is real.
That we're actually, I hate this saying, but we're actually on the same team, and we genuinely want the best for each other and for the family that we created. Yeah.
Even when it doesn't feel like it sometimes.
And I think that's where, coming back to this today, we realise, this is where the chaos truly is, and the tension of all of that. So here we are, being open with you around. We've been through a really chaotic few months, and it's been pretty tricky, but we're here.